Well, I've had a little think to myself and I just can't recall what it was that I said I hope I don't forget to say. But anyway, I put the head cam on again because there's a real test coming up where this storm, the hurricane recently, I think they're still trying to clear up a lot of the branches. Now I don't know if Melle has met this particular machine, but it sounds dreadful, absolutely dreadful. And well, I mean, they should go past anything, but some things are like too much of an ask. So I'm just going to see what Melle makes of this. It's like they've got a wood shredder out and it's just so loud. I won't talk because you probably won't be able to hear me. Oh, they've turned it off now. Oh, well, that's a pity because I thought, well, we'll have it on. We'll see what she makes of it. But if there's any horse that will go past, it's her. Hello. Morning. Hello. Well, we didn't have the opportunity to have the big noise, did we? So what we'll do, and she's absolutely fine, what we'll do is we're going to have a little trot. Okay. What a delicious trot it is too. Hello. Oh yes, I've remembered. Right. I've remembered. Well, I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying this ride. I mean, she just takes me. So that's what triggered the memory, because she takes me. Now, often we talk about forward thinking and being willing, and I think people, you know, they've got a kind of a negative feeling about when they read a horse's description and it says very willing, forward thinking, they imagine, or perhaps they've been to see horses that absolutely run away with you. So I want to say that, you know, that's been, shall we say, an optimistic choice of words for a runaway, or one that's hot, or one that's sharp. Now, this mare isn't remotely sharp. She's to the leg. My legs are on, but they're not really actually having to do an awful lot, because she is forward thinking and she's willing. And what that means is that you haven't got to continually drive them on, so that the minute you stop using your leg, you know, they die underneath you. So when we talk about a horse being willing and forward thinking, it means that the horse is not backward thinking. It doesn't get stuck. It takes you for a ride. It takes you forward, and that's what she does. She doesn't jog. She doesn't try and run away. Doesn't go too fast. But she's, I mean, this walk is delicious. It's just taking me forward. And yeah, so she's forward thinking in her outlook. She wants to go for a ride, and she goes for a ride sensibly. So what could be nicer than that? Morning. Yeah, so I just like to sort of clarify that a little bit about this being willing and forward thinking, because it strictly speaking should mean that they're nice and a pleasure to ride, and that you don't have to kick for every stride. And if you do hold a sort of thought that it means that, you know, they're too sharp and too onward, well then that means that they're sharp and onward. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're forward thinking and willing. Yeah, so there's a lot of what I would call inaccurate descriptions of horses floating around. And whoa, and whoa. Ah, good girl, good girl. I'm walking on. Very good girl. Yes, so Melle is definitely forward thinking. She's definitely willing. But she's safe enough. She's one of those rare horses. She's safe enough for a novice. But interesting enough and fun enough for somebody, you know, who wants to do a little bit of a trek, sponsored rides, or just have a really nice hack where the horse just takes you for a hack. I mean, it's so rare to have the horse like this. Yeah, so in this case, being accurate about it, forward thinking and willing is a very good place to be. We're going to have another little trot. So there's just so many aspects to this foundation training, you know, along with rhythm and softness, and having the groundwork is balance, because a lot of times, you know, when we first get them, they do trip a lot, and again, tripping is very misunderstood, and I won't really go into it now. Maybe if somebody reminds me, we can talk about tripping. Well, Melle didn't really have the tripping problem, but a lot of horses do have a tripping problem, and if that's the case, you know, they can end up being very sure-footed by the time we've finished with them, you know, beyond all recognition. I don't know that Michael does ride circles, but he just rides circles to make sure that they don't rush off when they hear something behind them. But I think nobody is fanatical as me about riding these circles. Ah, good girl. Just really nice. So nice, isn't it? That's a mower with a difference. So nice. The mane's a bit long. I have to give it a pull. Maybe give you a little bit of a clip. Another little trot. When I listen to her footfall, I don't hear any back toes dragging, because sometimes you can hear that with some of them. They usually need Bee's magic touch, the McTimony lady, if that's the case. But yeah, Melle lifts up all her legs equally, really comes through quite nicely from behind. I'm really enjoying this. Yes, I feel bits of mud in your neck. There. Oh, a little cough. A little snort. Cough away the cobwebs. We've got more tree work up here. There's one of these, I think they're called cherry pickers, where they get up in a sort of a lift. And branches are falling down. I'm going to go past the cherry picker.